Come along with us as we spend a day in New York taking in all the sights at a leisurely pace away from all the hustle and bustle. First stop, we're off to the edge, along 9th and onto 10th Avenue, which is just a short 15-minute stroll from our hotel. We pre-purchased our tickets ahead of this trip and we paid £68.42 for 2 tickets. And if you watched our previous video where we travelled into New York and then we went to watch the Mets at Citi Fields, which was a hell of a long day, I think it ended up about 4 o'clock in the morning UK time by the time we got back to the hotel. Knowing this in advance, our entry time is 10:30 today. However, we both got up early, obviously jet lag hasn't kicked in yet, and wanted to make the most of the day, so if you don't ask you don't get, we went to the desk to see if they could alter our time and let us in about 9:15, which they did. Last time we were in New York was 8 years ago for our 25th wedding anniversary, and at that time we did Empire State and Rockefellers. And at that time none of this existed above Hudson Yard. In fact, the airspace had just been brought in a deal to build here. I suppose opinions vary, but for me, this is the best observation deck around. I love the uninterrupted views and how the glass leans away, although there's 2 types of people up here if you people watch, those who like the glass edge and those who are a bit wary of it, like Shaz here. We think it's definitely worth considering doing the edge. Being honest, we were blown away by the edge, didn't really expect this, and actually located by the side of the Hudson so you can look down to Statue of Liberty and then take in Midtown and Lower Manhattan and then up to Central Park is absolutely stunning. You either love the glass floor or absolutely terrified. We really looked in today. Nice and early here to visit, nice and quiet and peaceful, and really clear blue skies. The start of what's going to be an excellent day here in New York. You could spend ages up here just admiring the views and no one's rushing you off. So that's the edge ticked off for us. It's the ice sky deck in the Western Hemisphere, one of a kind design, suspended in mid-air, giving the feeling of floating in the sky with 360-degree views you can't get anywhere else. All look understories down through the thrilling glass floor, lean out over the city of the angled glass walls, sip champagne in the sky. A great way to experience New York.
Next one.
The vessel's a stunning piece of architecture, built with 154 interconnected staircases by Thomas Heatherwick, but unfortunately still remains closed due to suicides on there. Such a shame, but it is looking like it's due to reopen very soon. Second item on our list now is off to the High Line. A great way to relax away from the hustle and bustle of New York, and we're going to have a steady walk all the way down to Chelsea Market. It's a real refreshing change. As you walk down the High Line, you'll see the volunteers from New York, a real mix of age, all willing to help and maintain this stunning area. Checking out from the ground, the Edge observation deck 100 floors up, absolutely stunning. The High Line is more than a park, it's a public space where you can view art, walk through gardens, experience a performance, savour delicious food or just connect with friends and neighbours while enjoying a unique perspective of the city. Built on a historic elevated freight line, the High Line has become a world-renowned inspiration of how cities can transform industrial infrastructures into beautiful hybrid public spaces. You should definitely put this on your to-do list next time you're here in New York.
And then you forgot?
Yeah.
And put a rock band up.
Now it's time for a pit stop, a quick smoothie and a bite before we head over to Brooklyn. You'll certainly get your steps in walking around New York. However, don't be afraid to save time by using the tubes. Our top tip to share is before we've come to New York, we've already planned out our day here. So we've gone on Google Maps beforehand, took a screenshot with all the routes, what tubes we need. When you get to the subway, look for the subway diamond number or letter and with the direction so you know which side to go into the tube. When you get down there, tap and go makes it so easy, and it's far cleaner nowadays than when we came here last time 8 years ago. So third stop for us today is grab some food and we're off to Giuliano's Pizza. It was founded in 2012 by Pascal Grimaldi and named after his mother, and in 2015 it was rated the best pizzeria in the United States by TripAdvisor and uses the traditional coal-fired oven. On to our fourth stop now as we go down to Brooklyn Park, and quite possibly the best view of New York and Lower Manhattan. And just around the corner, Jane's Carousel. This vintage masterpiece has been meticulously restored and I think it's $2 a ride. This is a great vantage point down by the East River to take in both the Brooklyn Bridge and also the Williamsburg Bridge. Then it's on to stop 5, which is the real reason we're over in Brooklyn, which is go to visit Dumbo. So down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass, get them famous Instagram shots, and take in all these trendy boutique stores now, which used to be the old warehouses in Brooklyn and the cobblestone streets. You'll find everyone here trying to get that perfect Instagram shot with the Empire State there under the bottom of the bridge. And there's only one real way to get back into New York, and that's our number 6 thing to do, and that is walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge is a hybrid cable-stayed suspension bridge spanning the East River back into Lower Manhattan, and it opened on May 24 in 1883.
Yeah, I guess on that yellow. You get that yellow thing stuff.
When we last did this, the bridge used to be full of locks that people used to put on there. It's all been cleaned off now. If anyone knows the real reason why that's been done, just leave a comment below, please.
$900.
And then we nearly finally made it back over the bridge, and so it's down to City Hall to get on the tube. And it's back towards the hotel and up to Times Square, the place where all the locals stay away and all the tourists congregate. You've got to do this at least once to see the billboards all lit up. It's a real tourist trap. And finally for us, a quick pit stop at the hotel, grab a drink, relax. Then rounding this day off in New York like we did last time, with a drink and a bite in Bryant Park. And that rounds our day off in New York. We had an absolutely fantastic time. If you haven't already, please consider a like and subscribe. It really does help our channel, and it is free. Follow on our next adventure as we travel over to New Jersey to embark Symphony of the Seas.